And we're live. Welcome to the Killer Be Killed podcast with my good buddies Josh and George. And thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining us, the most unlistened to podcast on the interwebs. Please comment, like, share, scream, do whatever. That's fine. We it's, again, we have any, you have any questions, you're fine there. If you want to train with us, we're giving away a free self-defense masterclass. So you can just click in the link and take you right to it. No credit cards, no nonsense. Like I said, if you think we're full of crap, take it. If you think we're something interesting, take it or don't take it. Either way. So what's going on, fellas?
Not a whole lot. I'm appreciating the cheap plug you threw in there. That was great.
Hey, it's cheap. It's free because I did it and I didn't pay myself.
That's not a cheap plug. It's excellent.
Thank you. Yeah. And I will mention that we just started off our kickoff lessons. So if you're a member on the training site, you'll be able to get a kickoff lessons with one of our esteemed instructors. What we do is we take you through your first 30 days of training. We'll help you set up your own spot. We'll basically do an assessment, take a look, set up your own spot, talk to you about what your goals are, assess what your physical abilities are, what your schedule is, and really just give you a schedule to move forward from there. And of course, if you want to keep training with us, that's great. It's just people think that this is a on-demand video component, which is a very large component of what we're doing, but we're really looking to continue to develop their live interactive process, like learning process.
Well, Damian, I just want to jump into and just kind of point out that,
sure.
There's so much content on the platform that, a lot of times people don't even know where to start. So by plugging into one of these Kickstart lessons, we can actually guide you specifically as to where to start, how to tailor the program best for you so that you're not sitting here overwhelmed trying to figure out what to do.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And then the final thing, obviously, is the videos are excellent, but there's always a question, right? And now you can just ask your question.
It's just like being in class. I mean, it's funny. I laugh because people are just like, well, I like live training. I go, how much stuff I forget when I teach live, even when I have a syllabus. I forget stuff all the time.
Sometimes I forget what's in my notes, and I'm like, "What is those? What do those acronyms mean? I don't remember."
At least, right? Of course, because we all love acronyms. So, what's nice is that it's I had time to script out everything that was in the majority of the videos. I mean, some of them are seminar stuff and all that stuff, but yeah. So it's all scripted out, and the core foundation is there, but then. Okay, sometimes something doesn't hit the right way and maybe a little confusing people. Sometimes there's a language issue, language, breakpoint. So the live thing is what brings it all together. And this is where it's going. It's funny. I'm doing a podcast, somebody's podcast about e-learning and direction of it. I'm like, I mean, for lack of a better term, you really got to just look at well, what is the direction? And I hate to say this and strike me dead, God, but you look at what the porn has done for media and technology. Nobody gave a crap about a VHS tape until they realized, well, they couldn't, they could, I didn't have to go, I don't have to go to some seedy movie theater. I could just rent one, right? Then it was, the internet is a prime example. As soon as people were were sending emails, the next thing they were doing were sending naked pics of people. And then finally, look at what's happening now with the industry. There's on-demand video, and then there's live chat and live interaction. And I think that the fitness and training and education industry is definitely caught up to it. but that's, this is the direction it's going. And the next thing for us, I think, will be virtual reality. That's what.
For sure.
Just to cut you off for a second, I don't know if you saw a posted the information about it, but some young lady just turned 18, and on like that, I don't know what the fuck they call that thing, the OnlyFans or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
Did what was it, like $1 million in the first 3 hours or something? And she wasn't even like she released stuff at like 12:01, so I don't even know if she was completely 18 at the time. But I'm like, how many men were waiting for this to drop like at 18 for her to do $1 million in 3 hours?
And her life is over.
Yeah.
Your life is over. I can only imagine what you did for the $1 million. I have no idea. I think I've never been on OnlyFans, so I don't know much about it other than people are selling
Making
pictures of their. Well, so not everybody, there's only a handful of people that are making money. It's like YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're willing to sell your soul and do that, yeah, sure, you can do that. But then your normal life is over.
Yeah.
It's over. I'm like, you're not gonna be able to have a normal relationship. Imagine your kids, trying to explain any of this stuff where, you've got, these kids, you don't know where it winds up. You put it out there, it could, it'll be any place. Right. So, it's, we talked about before, the devil's at work, right? This is like, what it is. And that's how you get tempted is, it's easy money. You don't have to work it. Like we're talking about, Josh and I, before we came on the call, talking about our daughter's part-time jobs. Like one's working at Chick-fil-A, mine worked at Pliable. I'm like, yeah, that's a shitty, hard job, for a kid making, what does Chick-fil-A pay these days per hour?
It's like 13 to 15 for starting in the front end.
Yeah. So, making $13 an hour, and plus, you're losing maybe, I don't know, 10-15% of that for whatever they take out for payroll.
That's about 10% here.
Yeah. It's a hard day's work, man, for picking up trays, cooking, taking orders and taking out trash and mopping floors and crap like that. But it's for what it does for your work ethic and your character. I'm like,
exactly.
Unbelievable, man. So, there's no fast dollar in the quicker you make it, the faster it goes. Really. And so
there's no appreciation for it when you haven't really had to work for it,
No.
That's right.
And I said, it's, if I had made a ton of money when I was young, like I'm talking, let's just call it like, let's just say, I don't know, I made like $10 million in my 30s or whatever. I don't know what that would have done to me. Honestly, I don't. Like I
So
laugh,
what you're
like,
saying is Close Combat Video didn't make you $10 million?
Not even close.
Self-defense for dummies? No, it's not.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. So, you're looking at, it's like when these professional athletes come out and they're going from, unless you've got like a really strong family network, coming from a family that is well grounded, and you're like, you're not gonna, invest in every business that everybody, you're gonna have an accountant, you're gonna have a financial planner, you're gonna put yourself in a 401k, you're gonna do all these things. But if you don't have that, right? If someone, even if I came from a great family, if I had like $50 million or, coming out of college, I still would have bought all my friends' motorcycles.
Yep.
I still would have done like insane crap where you're like, okay, I'm renting a yacht and we're going, I would have found a way to do just knucklehead stuff because of a 20-something-year-old kid. You have no appreciation for it. And now if you come from absolutely nothing, then you think like, oh my God, I've got no concept.
This money's going to last forever.
Yep.
Forever. It's going to keep coming. And and we're done. So,
Yep.
speaking of kids, I want to share this. This was just sent to me on Instagram. Here we go. Okay, you guys see this? So apparently, this woman was found shoplifting in New York, and they called the cops, and hilarity ensues. By the way, I'm titling this clip "Kids These Days." So here we go.
Sunglasses, a gray top, and she had a duffel bag. The CV gave the description of a female black with long braids with the white.
I think you went back to the store.
What classes did I steal from Mount Clear?
Mommy, I know who it was.
What classes did I steal? They
Stop recording it now. You should not be recording it without our permission.
Yeah, I just realized over.
My aunt stole glasses. It wasn't her. Do she have a fucking white T-shirt on? No. Leave my mother alone.
I don't have nothing though. This is crazy.
Oh, my grandfather. She don't have nothing. She killed somebody, bro. She killed somebody, bro. I'm gonna fight somebody in the face.
I'm not gonna run off because I know
Don't
I
leave me
am.
alone.
Listen.
Bro, my mother get arrested, bro. I swear to God, bro.
Okay, how old do you think that girl is?
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna put her at like 10 or 11.
I mean,
Yeah.
it says 11 in the description there.
Okay.
Oh, does it?
So as a cop, yeah, what do? You can't do anything.
I bet you they wanted to tase her.
Right.
It would have made the video a whole lot more interesting, wouldn't it?
I'm watching this and I'm thinking about like my kid.
Where's the parent in all this being like, excuse you, calm down?
Yeah, right. I mean, the mom is fine, right? She's just trying to answer the question. She's like, I didn't do anything wrong. You can take a look. She looks like she wasn't. The kid just goes nuts. And
Oh man.
I remember when my kids were little, and one of the other kids in my in their class or from I forget where we were. We're at like some like neighbor schoolmate party where the kid just started throwing a tantrum, and the parent is like, "Okay, buddy, calm down, buddy." And I think my kids were looking at like waiting for the parent just to like vaporize the kid.
Yep.
Right? Like they're looking at like, when is it gonna happen? And the kid is going nuts, and the parents just like, trying to like just talk to this kid like they're a therapist. And instead of just being like, okay, you don't stop, we're leaving. Done. It doesn't even get to that point. But I guess my point is, this isn't the first time this child has done this.
Oh, of course.
And-
No, imagine what a prize he's going to be in a couple of years.
It's like, you don't have any respect for authority. And even if you are, there are times where, hey, you fit the description, somebody makes a mistake. It's not always, hey, sometimes it is, but it's not always, this end of the world, racism profiling. It's either she did or she didn't. They're investigating it. You're a human being. You've got to interact with other human beings. Nobody is. I think nobody is just sitting there, blindly. I mean, again, it does happen. I'm sorry. I don't want to like, ignore that. But the reality is, hey, somebody thought you did something. I got to ask you. It's my job, and that's it. We're either going to get through this.
Here, let me turn out my pockets. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
let's get it over with so I can go on with my day.
right. Or I can get a lawyer. You can arrest me and take me downtown and take me to the station and do all that stuff. You got that too. So, okay. The reality is you're going to get pulled over for traffic. You're going to get stopped. You're going to have to, you're going to go through security. You're going to have to do things where you're going to have to comply on some type of level in order to make society work. And everybody thinks this is their movie, but in reality, you're just, an extra or supporting actor in everybody else's movie, right? So this is all about them. And you're like, look, these cops, they're trying to do their job, and they get called, and it's you gotta do it. So
following this video, can we watch the one about the lady that raised the Mexican flag?
Oh yes. Did you say do I still have that?
I posted that in the thing, unless you deleted it.
Hold on a second.
I mean, he might have. I don't know. I didn't check.
No, I haven't. So the last one we did. Hold on. Here you go. Okay, yep, this is it. Hold on a second.
This is what that little girl turns into.
Right. Thank you. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta share this. Just get rid of that. All right. Share. Okay. There we go. Okay, people.
17 Crime Watch, a local woman under arrest this hour, accused of tearing down the American flag at Hart Park and raising the national flag of Mexico in its place.
So, Josh, where is Hart Park?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. I thought maybe you knew.
No, I don't have no idea where it is. Kern County. I'm not even sure.
Is that still Texas or
Texas or Florida? It might be Florida, I think.
Caught on camera.
You're not gonna tell me what to do. This is Mexican land.
Oh, okay.
Look at that flag, because that flag isn't on the floor, is it?
Hey.
Is it?
Hey.
You can't say I'm disrespecting. No, esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra.
Come here.
Okay, my people kill you.
Turn around.
My people kill you. Yeah.
Keep going. It gets worse. The threats go deeper.
I'm going in peace and you're hurting me, and you're gonna regret it when you okay. Touch me, when your kids die. When your kids die.
Jesus.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, keep
You're
going.
squishing my hand, and they already know. You don't need to take me. Take me. Take me. Take me.
Take her down.
Take me.
She's all right. We'll get her. All this.
Wow.
First of all, like being a cop, damn man, as much problems as we have, that job sucks. God bless them. I mean,
man, for sure.
For crap like this.
Yeah.
So I did more research on this case, and she got out on bail like a couple of days later, and then failed to appear to court, and now they can't find her.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
She's gone to get her family to come back and kill fucking kids. That's what she's gone to do.
Right.
You know?
Right. Shocked and amazed. Yeah. So why? Right? Why is it that? So you're in another country. It's not.
So
your
the reasoning. Yeah, the reasoning she gave apparently in her official testimony or whatever, or interview was she was trying to bring awareness to the immigration policies and, ICE rounding everybody up and stuff.
Can't you just wear like a t-shirt?
I know.
You're going to, and now we've got some pretty interesting laws that surround how you treat the flag. So, you could, because plus she's on I'm assuming she's on government land or
Yeah, it's like
property,
a state or national park, something like that.
Yeah, so there's going to be something there. A judge can really get thorny with this stuff because you're taking down you're taking down the American flag. It's on state or federal property. Yeah, she could get jammed up. It's probably best that she left.
Yeah.
But again, she could have gotten corralled and deported. Now, if you're protesting again, is this helping your cause? Why do you? And that's what. And everybody talks about this, and this is what's hysterical. It's you're protesting and waving the flag of the country that you don't want to go back to.
Let's not talk about that.
But you're burning the flag in the country that you want to stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, one or two things: either A, they actually do like it here, or B, they're actually insurrectionists here to take down America.
Yeah, or
they're just retarded.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of times it's just C too, where they're just trying to get here. They're here to just extract whatever they can from this country and either take it over, and like you're seeing in England and France and places, towns in the US. I mean, Patterson has got like overrun with Middle Eastern. And I don't care if you want to uphold the Constitution. I don't give a damn. But then when you start wanting to change and do Sharia law and all that, and we see it also with Hasidim. I don't know if you know what Hasidim are. They're a very small sect of the Jewish religion that's very, very orthodox. They're very smart, very organized. They'll come in and literally, it's the blueprint. Like they'll come to a town and they'll start buying up property, and then they'll put yeshivas every place they can because they have to walk. They don't use any Saturdays as Sabbath, so they don't use anything, electricity or like they could have me come over and turn the light on. They can't. That's why they
one of those.
Yeah, walk the service.
Yeah.
Like
they can only do like
friend,
14 steps in the entire day or whatever.
Something like that. Like my Jewish friends can't stand them, right? So, but a couple of things that they do is they're very, they're organized. They vote in blocks. They get people elected to school boards, for example, and then they'll have the town, because if you send your kid to a school and let's say they're special needs or religion or and your school doesn't offer it, it's up to the town to actually pay the tuition for your kid to go to these other schools. So what they'll do is they'll get in the school board, the kids will come in, and then the state will pay to send them to yeshiva. Another thing that they do is they don't get technically married in the eyes of the justice of the peace. They're married in their religion, but so what happens is all the children, they're married technically for our government, they're married out of wedlock, so they get subsidies from the state. There's a state in New York, there's a town in New York called Curious Joel, and you could see an ambulance. It's like probably like 20 minutes north of me. And every day you will see an ambulance from that town, lights and sirens, going into New York City. And in it, you won't find a patient. You'll find dudes bringing diamonds into the diamond district back and forth. And it's every day. That's how they commute. And don't get me wrong, I will say also their first responders are pretty top notch. Their fire departments and stuff, like, because sometimes we do like cross-training stuff. It's not like they don't know what they're doing, but they know the law. They know the laws. They work the system to their advantage, and that's what's happening. Is for like my grandparents and great grandparents came over. They just wanted to be American. That's the issue. You want to go to a country. It's like if I'm moving to France or Canada or Ontario or Vancouver, I want to be part of that country. I don't want to, if I'm going to be a citizen, I want to be a citizen. I don't want to use its resources and deplete it and not give a damn. And that's what we're seeing. And that's the problem. One. And two, it's funny because it's on both sides of the aisle, because you'll have the ones like everybody wants cheap labor. There's people that are red that have companies that benefit from having cheap labor. So, it's weird. It's like, we want to secure the border, which is number one priority, but we also do need to have a certain number of certain level of immigration into the country always.
Yeah, I mean, you can't just get rid of immigration or the visa programs or anything, right?
But
the thing is, we want people to use those programs. That's why they're there.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Speaking of people buying up property and stuff like that, my wife was telling me that somewhere here in Texas, like some Muslim community has bought up like a bazillion acres. And
they want to,
and she was telling me about it. I guess Texas is trying to like block them or something, but it's like, they know the laws, right? So she's asking me about it the other day, and I was like, because everybody watching the show should know I live under a rock. So
not the country Iraq, a literal rock.
Yeah. I live under a rock, not from Iraq. But and so I'm always like, she's like asking me about it. I'm like, I don't know, I haven't heard this before. Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can't, then you're thinking of like, you're thinking of things like Waco and Ruby Ridge.
That's why I said, I was like, oh, this is Heaven's Gate all over again.
Yeah. So if you're going to operate a community, you can't live outside the law, but if it's a religion and you want to have a compound, I mean, technically, you should. Yeah.
If you want to, I guess,
Yeah.
As long as everything is, I guess technically legal.
You can't, the thing you can't do is do things that are against the law in that jurisdiction, right? So,
right.
If I start having slavery and I start doing, polygamy and whatever the hell we got going on, if it's like, you can't do it, you can't do it. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, people forget that like your private property, like is still subjected to like certain laws, right? Yes, there's like certain things that like aren't affected, but most of them are still enforced.
Yeah, it's search and seizure, right? I mean, that really is. Other than that, if they got probable cause, they're coming in, they're getting a warrant, and they're coming in and they're serving the warrant, right? Yeah. So if you refuse to honor the warrant, then the hats and bats are coming. And you're done. So, it's just, it's just, you can't, just because they're a different religion or a different color, kids, can't do it. So, speaking of which, I don't know if you saw what happened in Cincinnati. This thing's kind of blowing up. Apparently, let me just share the screen.
So while you're bringing that up, since we're talking about like laws and lawmakers and stuff like that, my brother sent me this thing that I was telling you about before the show started, where apparently this Utah congressman or something like that, his brother, I guess, got in trouble for sexual relations with a 13-year-old. And so he like interjected something to like lower the statute of limitation or of consent or whatever down to 13, so his brother wouldn't get in trouble.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So
it was like, so my brother sent me that, and I was like, oh, what a dirtbag, like. That's just...
So hold on, I was looking. So how did he get the age of consent lowered?
I don't know. I didn't read the details. He just sent me like a little clip, and I was just kind of like, oh, okay.
Because that's got to be passed, is it, at least on a state level.
Again, I don't know. I didn't look into that much, but I'm still just like, wow, that's crazy.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's new footage showing the racial slur that was shouted. So what happened is there's this jazz festival in Cincinnati, and apparently there were 6 suspects that arrested that beat this couple up, but it looked like more than a couple. It looked like at least 2 guys, and a woman got destroyed. She was trying to break up a fight. I mean, here's the clip that I have here. So I don't know. Okay, that's the racial slur, and that dude is on the ground getting kicked in the face. So I don't know how this thing started, because no one's saying how it started. It's just that the guy is on the ground and he's obviously saying the N-word as a white guy, and he's getting kicked in the face. But
I mean, that's pretty dumb if you're a white dude using that word with a bunch of black people around.
Okay,
like
so this right, so this brings a question. I'm like, if you use the N-word, is that justified to get punched in the face?
Absolutely not. It's not justified, okay, so, but you can't expect it.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. So what's happening is like this dude is assaulted his girlfriend or his wife. I don't know if I'm trying to see this clip. So here's a guy here. Okay. So he's yelling he's 62. I take a problem with that. My brother's 63 and he's an animal. So, I mean, the guy could probably be in a lot better shape. Now, I have another clip here. Hold on. Because, yeah, stop sharing this. Where are you? Just bear with me, guys. All right, here's the all right. So this one shows the woman that here we go.
Where a shocking act of street violence in downtown Cincinnati has stunned the nation. Disturbing footage over the weekend shows a man and woman brutally attacked by a mob in the heart of the city, just blocks from the Cincinnati Music Festival. The Cincinnati police has now launched an investigation into the incident, calling the violent display absolutely unacceptable.
Yeah.
The behavior displayed.
Okay, I know this TikTok voice for the chief. I don't care about, oh, Cincinnati's a nice town. Stop already. Telling me that, this lip service that it's causing harm between it. Yeah, okay, it's bad.
The video, which was filmed last Friday, shows a man in a white t-shirt being chased by 2 other men. He's then shoved to the ground and mercilessly punched and kicked as he lies defenseless on the pavement. Within seconds, more people, both men and women from the crowd, rush in. And one individual body slams the man while others stomp on his head and torso. And as the man struggles to get up with his face bloodied, he collapses almost immediately after taking a few steps.
Okay, so there's the other guy that's trying to break it up. That's his friend. There's the guy from the other video before yelling he was 62 years old. Oh.
Was that people's elbow there?
Yes, it was. Oh, crap.
Oh.
Yeah, he got stomped in the head. Getting kicked. All right, so other than this is the brutal thing.
More terrifying.
The girl, look,
rushes in.
So that I think is his girlfriend, or in
And what
their
happens
party.
next is even more terrifying. A woman rushes in to
Some
check
guy
on
just,
the
like,
injured man,
hammered
only to
her.
be attacked herself. She appears to try to hold one of the assailants back, but is punched in the face twice. Her head then smashes against the pavement as she falls unconscious, blood seeping.
Yeah, thank you for describing what I just saw. So here it is again. It's a fucking guy hitting a woman, right? So, yeah, she was litter treated and released. So first and foremost, okay, so you find yourself in a crowd, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you do?
Get the heck out of Dodge, man. I don't like crowds to begin with.
Right. So you're this guy, right? Obviously, as we always say, okay, what happened before this?
Yeah, we don't know,
you're not
right?
reading the room, you're not paying attention. So, but this is what people a lot of times are interested in, is that, okay, I'm getting overwhelmed.
Yeah. So at this point, if I was this guy, right, what I would do if I was in the right mind to think about it, right? Obviously, you don't know in the moment. But what I would do is I would try and roll to a car, maybe get under the car, maybe get up next to the car, something to try and get out of the way. And if I'm rolling, I'm hopefully not, I'm creating some distance and space until I can hopefully get up, right? The whole thing is you got to get up. You got to get off the ground. That is the absolute worst place to be. You got to get up off the ground.
Well, you know what? Once he was knocked down, that was it. You saw that fucking wolf pack just come right in, right?
So if you've got to, tuck your chin, protect your head, and turtle. I mean, really, and obviously you're presenting your back to people, but thinking that they're not going to be coming down with edge of hands, and you're going to get a people's elbow. Most of the time, people are going to be trying to punch you and kick you. So
you protect the vitals, right?
You're turtled up, and at least if your knee's under your chest, you can hopefully gather yourself to stand up and run away.
Yeah.
That's it. And, at another point to getting involved and breaking up a fight, your best bet is the guy getting hit is to, if you really want to protect him, and you got to drag him out of there, or, you're overwhelmed. Right. So you start attacking somebody, they're coming at, now they just turn their sights on you.
Yeah.
Right. So, you got to come in. And again, this is all like low percentage stuff, people. This is not like, oh, if we're overwhelmed and attacked by an angry mob, I'm just going to turtle and get up. This is like so much has gone wrong that you're in this position that you can't, I don't know.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where it's like worst case scenarios now occurred, right? You talk about mounted from the back. What's your defense, right? Well, you're mounted on the back, you're probably just gonna die. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
worst case scenario.
Look at her. What did she do? So. I mean, as soon as she gets hit, she's down, hit the ground. She's out. She's out cold.
Yeah. And
she's lucky she didn't start getting stomped. While she was out cold.
And that is so dangerous. Like, you're hitting your head off the concrete. How many times has that happened where you have, I'm just trying to find that spot again. Where
that attacked the pair appeared to be predominantly African American, leading to online speculation about possible racial motivation.
They're talking about the week before, the Ku Klux Klan was putting flyers in the, they were putting flyers throughout Cincinnati, and they were kind of like stoking these racial tensions. And then the use of the N-word, where it's still not, it's still not an excuse to attack people. Again, we don't know what precipitated this. Obviously, the woman trying to break up the fight, that guy should be in prison. That's attempted murder. You hit someone like that, especially a woman, and this is not, this is not Ronda Rousey he's hitting. This is a regular middle-aged woman. This guy, man. So she's lucky she's not dead. And because how many times somebody gets hit and they hit the ground and then they hit their head and they're dead and it's over.
Yeah, hit their head or neck on a curb or rock or whatever. That's it. It's over. Or their body has like a weird spasm and the brain doesn't fire back on and they're just dead. Like it happens.
Yeah. So question is, getting back to before, it's like, you know, we say like in jest, but not. Someone uses the N-word, you know, it's just, you justify, you know, it's like you're getting punched in the face. But in reality, it's just a word. You know, we've given it this weight, there's such weight to it that it's something else. It's like the trigger, it's the freaking, that's it. You know, this means war kind of crap. Again, growing up, if I called a black guy the N-word, we're going to fight.
Yep.
You know, it was happening if that were the case. So, you know, and this was common knowledge. Everybody knew this. So, but now we've got to the point where people are talking about it like, oh, well, he said
they deserved it. Right. They deserved
it.
And that's not.
And that's it. And it's justified. So the people that are attacking think it's okay. Right? They've been we've created this condition where, okay, you know, I hear that word, it's on like Tommy Chong. Right. So, you know, this is where we are. So now what? So like that one word justifies what? Justifies murder? Because, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, I heard one comedian got a bit, it's like, you know, that N-word was cultural appropriation. Because technically, I think white people made it. Right? But black people use it. It's a joke, guys. It's not landing. What's wrong? Oh.
It's not landing.
It's not landing.
No.
But I mean, I get what you're saying. It's true.
It's a joke, people. It's a joke. We're just having a good time. Don't be going nuts.
I think we just lost 3 viewers.
Right, well,
our only 3 viewers.
We lost. I said all. How could we lose all 3? I guess my mom got upset. So yeah, dude. So
on a lighter note, did you see the fight at the wrestling event, the SummerSlam event, with the people in the front row?
Okay, yeah. Hey, thanks, Tim. Much appreciated, brother. It landed. All right,
He's still there.
Tim gets me. So, okay. So, just on a side note, email me that. You text it to me, and then it's a whole process for me to like send it to my
George.
computer.
Make it easy for him.
Link. You just gotta copy the link.
And then do what?
But then he has to open it up, and then he has to go to it.
Creating all this extra work.
Man.
Come on, you're not going to get your production credit.
All right, everybody, there was a big fight at SummerSlam.
You have the link. Post the link and share it.
Now I got to find
George.
it.
Yes, you have to do the work. You making Damian do the work.
Exactly. I gotta like host and produce, and I'm like, and I'm bad at all of it.
Because I know Damian unchecked the box to make the auto intro go, and I have to go back and recheck it for him later.
See? Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'd like to see that clip, George.
Well, so here's the thing. There wasn't actually like a big clip. It was just like kind of a minor clip. It was more the story behind it. I'm going to backtrack now.
Now you're playing it down. You gotta find it. I'm making you put it on, dude.
I'm gonna try and find it. All right.
This episode's not ending until you.
No, we'll be here all day.
I feel like that's how it's gonna play out. All right, hold on.
Is it on your phone, George?
Hey, I also really like how Damian, I didn't even notice before, but he used episode number 358 after I just randomly made up a number.
You're welcome. Thank you. We're not even, because if we suck at this bad at 358, we should quit. We're probably around, I don't know, 100 or something.
I should know how many you did before I started being regular.
What can I do? Can I put this in
every 6 months?
Share it. Can you present?
Oh, he deleted himself.
I think I may have done that to him. I think I deleted him. Come back, George. Come back. You behave, bro. I'll put you in timeout again.
Okay, so that was fun.
Can you present? I'm like,
you should be able to.
Do you see the thing underneath with the little computer and the plus
on
the bottom of the bottom of the screen, like here?
I don't know. Let me see what this button. Let me see what this button does. Let's have a little
It
fun
looks like a computer screen with a plus in it.
And there's like a little plus person as well.
Yeah, so I'm on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
Which
get a computer, George. This is like 2025.
All right, I'm gonna hit this button, see if something explodes here.
Woohoo!
He's gone again.
That was awesome. I didn't do that. That was him. That was him. That's funny there. Look at right, Tim. They got Tim's right, man. You guys got serious real quick when I started doing my cultural appropriation bit, which I stole from somebody else.
You know what? I'm gonna put this in the chat for everybody, so our 3 people watching this can just see it there.
Thanks, Tim.
You
don't justify him, Tim. Don't justify him.
Yeah. You're only You're only making it worse. Let me just see if I got something. Let me see. Camera, guests. Push on guest must no guest can stream this guests.
It's in the chat. It's in the chat. I'm getting all stressed out here trying to work technology.
Where did you put it
in the chat? I don't see it. Oh, he probably put it not in the comments, but in the private chat.
Oh, that private chat. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay,
perfect.
This is at MetLife. This is at my place. All right, so here we go. We're going to share, and then George. Here we go. So, this could be good.
Wow.
Okay, so it's loading up. Okay, I'm assuming it's this or no. No, that's a commercial.
Scroll down or up. Yes. There you go.
Okay. I'm clicking.
Is it not working? Try going a little bit lower. Let's see what happens here.
No, we're off the thing. It's loading up. It's still. You can see it's still working. It's not letting me up at anything.
All right, everybody who's watching, I apologize for wasting your time trying to figure this out.
It's okay. Wild fight between multiple fans breaks out in crowd at MetLife Stadium, right down the road. SummerSlam on Sunday. The biggest party of the summer devolved into the biggest crowd fight of the summer. Right here in River City during the second night of the first ever 2-night WWE Slam. Okay, well, we don't need to describe the event. Come on.
There was a little wrestling out in the field, at the wrestling event.
Right. Let's see. These are chicks? Sorry, these are ladies? Look at is that Hulk Hogan?
Is that Hulk Hogan?
That's jacked up.
I'm just gonna
That's jacked up.
It's here. It's there, right there. A Hulkster. All right. I'm gonna take a look and see if I can see it on X. Okay, so
all right, George. While we wait for Damian to show us all of his X information.
WWE fight. Okay, so for legit fight. Okay. No. Fight at no. That's like the legit. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Is that Rob Zombie? Who's that? The Undertaker? Who's that?
That dude's been around forever too. He's probably on his way out.
Dude, their bodies get hammered. It's nuts.
Yeah, I can't believe how long Undertaker's been involved in it. It's insane.
Right. He needs an Undertaker.
Here we
Okay,
go.
here it is. Here we go.
Is that it?
Oh, look at the cheap shot.
George, that was super disappointing.
George, oh my God, dude, was that the
Look,
fight?
I just mentioned it to like briefly talk
just
about people.
We just wasted like 5
That
to
was
10 minutes
awful.
trying to find
Hey,
this.
when you were reading it, they described it as the biggest fan, like.
But you didn't
biggest
even
fan
watch
fight.
the video. You didn't even watch the video. And you sent it to me and expected me to multitask and trade machines and do all the other crap. George,
I'm sorry, overpromised, underdelivered.
the only takeaway from this is like I thought the ugly one would kill the hot one, but the hot one's pretty good. You know,
Well, it comes back to friends, like
right.
one girl had like four friends holding on to her.
Oh, shit. Oh, look at the cheap shot.
Cheap shot. I don't know what he's looking at. All right. Yeah. So that was that. I don't know what happened.
I told you there was a fight at a referendum.
I'm not surprised. This is coming from the Canadians, so
Right. I know that's what they consider a fight.
So, fuck you both.
I will say, I think I've said this before on this show. The most street violence I've ever seen has been in Canada. And like I grew up in Los Angeles and stuff. In Canada, like every time I've been driving in Canada, some random dude's getting the crap kicked out of him on the side of the road. Every time I've been there.
I don't know. I don't even know if I want to shoot now. Okay, now this is going to pale in comparison to what George just shared. So apparently there was a 28-year-old woman who was, and this happened twice in New York. There's two different videos, two different instances where these women are being assaulted just for over their cell phone and like $20. So here's the this one I don't like as much than the other one because the other one kind of shows the setup, but I'll just do this one first. So yeah, it's like woman on the ground again, another gang assault. Takeaway 2 here, kids, is you're on your own. People don't give a shit, right? This is obviously security cam footage, but yeah, she got beat up for her cell phone and $20. And then, yeah, it's freaking brutal. I mean, she looks okay. I think she was treated and released. But again, coming back, it ain't about what they're stealing. It's about violence, right? This is not about, it's got nothing to do. They just took it from her just as a bonus. But
absolutely, yeah. No, the attack was the intent.
Yep.
Yeah. This was happening, and I people are insane because they're sitting there and they're like, oh, what do we, if they see like an ad for any of our training or the backpack or the armor, whatever. Like, what do we live in Fallujah? I'm like, do you even know what goes on between human beings? My only guess is that when these people say that, where are we living, or right wing is fear mongering and all this other stuff. If I were, hey Rob, thanks for showing up. Rob just said a shout out. So if I wanted to disarm my target, right? One of the tactics I would use was to tell them, what do you need a gun for?
Of course.
You're scared. It's fear mongering. It's this. So I would want to disarm my target.
Yeah. Everything's okay. Don't worry about it.
Right. Until we, peaceful protest.
Yeah.
A peaceful protest all over your ass. So now this is the one that I want to end with. So there's a doorman stopped this. You guys can see this, right?
Yep.
I could, and I wish I could have done more, but it just happened.
Again, guy's got an accent, working a doorman, tried to do something, wish he could do more. So there's an immigrant who is being a part of the freaking solution.
So fast.
Send that man the fast class.
It happened.
Right. So look at this shit. So
It happened in a matter.
So woman target here, assailant cutting her down. You got the angle on her.
A pair of thieves chasing a young woman and pinning her up against the glass of an apartment building lobby, right in front of the doorman at his post.
All I heard is like.
And look, I mean, these people probably don't even see it, but this is broad daylight. Nobody cares.
Like she hit the glass.
Except this guy.
With her face. And when I looked up, our eyes kind of met. And all she said, help.
The doorman, who asked to remain anonymous,
there he is. Atta boy.
Can be seen on surveillance video running to answer that cry for help, seeing the young woman assaulted, but not realizing that her phone was what they were after. He says the attacker who had pinned the victim yelled, "She stole my phone."
So
yeah. Okay, well, we're going to get a cop. Everybody sit tight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Period. And they'll sort it out. And then you'll see who stays and who goes.
Step back.
Yep.
Because now I thought, like, am I aiding the thief? Right? But that was enough for them, that little distraction.
That's when the young man grabbed the victim's phone and ran, while the victim tried to chase him, and witnesses who saw the whole thing did nothing. The doorman says the two thieves were laughing as they ran away with the phone.
What struck me that they were so bold, and even when I was outside, they still continued to rob her.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That didn't even stop them. Right?
Nope.
So, you're looking at this stuff, and yeah.
She's lucky that the guy came out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Man. The easiest thing that somebody can do is say, oh yeah, she stole my wallet, she stole my purse, she got my money. And it's like, okay, well, fine. So like we said, let's get a cop.
Yes, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. We'll call the cops.
Yeah.
Call the cops. So you ever listen to Mr. Ballin? He's a former SEAL, tells stories that every time, man, every time, there's violence, like something like this, everyone had an opportunity to start to reach out to the police, for the most part, for a lot of it. Or, they always made a critical mistake. The one I was just listening to is some poor 15-year-old girl in the 70s got picked up by this dude, and he had a van, and she's hitchhiking. Of course, it's the 70s. She's with like 3 other people, and he's like, "No, I can only take one of you." And she's like, "Okay." And she gets in. What are you doing? It's like you don't pay attention to your instincts, and your gut is telling you this. It's a survival instinct. Pay attention to it. You hear a noise, call the cops. Trust me, we train them. I'm friends with them. That's their job. They don't mind. You're not putting anybody out. You're not disturbing them. They're there to, hopefully, if you can, stop once you're attacked, it's over. It's over. So you've got to give them time to get there. And at least when you're there and you're fighting for your life, someone's on their way. The cavalry is coming. Don't wait till after, because most people just wait till too late because they think, well, technically they didn't do anything wrong. Right. And that's where the prevention comes in. You call, this person's, I'm trying to get this person, to leave my store. Like years ago, in front of the Pompton Lakes dojo, there was a guy parked out there in a pickup truck, like across the street, and just sitting in his car staring at the club. And I'm like, I came in, and the woman that was working the desk, she's like, that guy's out there. I'm like, well, call the cops. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not going to go out there and bother them. I go, they got, I do it. It's a lawsuit.
Yep.
They do it. It's their job. So let them do it. And as soon as we called, cops came, guys gone, never heard from again. Right. Never saw the car again. Never saw, that was it. So, don't think you're putting anybody out.
I did that once with the cops, actually. There was this dude, I was at a rest stop with one of my friends, a female friend, and there was this dude who was hanging out by the female bathroom. And by the time we pulled up, everybody who had already pulled up, like before us, had already left, and he was still there. Right.
Oh,
and I was like, and the whole time I'm just getting these crazy vibes. And so finally I'm just like, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah.
So I called the cops, right? And I'm like, hey, there's this dude at the rest stop, like being super shady and crazy. You know what I mean? Like, can somebody please go by there? You know what the dispatcher told me? Well, we can't arrest people for just being creepy. And I said, I don't want you to arrest him. I just want you to go figure out what the heck he's doing there, hanging out by the girl's bathroom at night when nobody else is there.
Yeah, that is a shitty dispatcher.
And she was just like, well, I don't know if I can even tell them to go over there. And I was like, well, you know what? I reported it. If something happens to somebody from this area, it's on you.
Well, yeah. So it's very simple. It's like, okay, and what's your name?
Yeah.
Dispatcher, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So something happens. I'm saying I called it in. There you go. And even if you're like, hey, can we request a drive by the suspicious subject?
That's it. I was like, I just want him to drive by. That's it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not telling you to go arrest this dude. Go figure out why the heck he's standing by the girl's bathroom at like 10 o'clock at night and nobody else is around.
Right. So, I mean, that is unusual to get that from dispatch.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was appalled
because that's like, that's unbelievable.
And I'm like, what else are the cops doing right now anyways? Nothing. I'm sure he's going to love to just go drive by and hassle somebody.
Right. Son of a bitch. So, all right. So, George, thank you very much.
Dude. Everybody, you're welcome.
Okay, so just, pro tip, watch the clip. Then send it.
I think George was like, I have to contribute in some way. Oh,
this is serious shit. I'm telling you.
Yeah, everybody. And look, people, if you see something, say something. No, but if you have something, you can post it in a link in the comments. You can email it to us, customer service at theselfdefenseco.com, or me, Damian Ross, at myselfdefensetraining.com, or just post something in the comments. We'll get a notification, and then we'll take a look at the clip and do whatever, again, your new contest. New contest. Can you do better than George?
The bar is set low.
Can I vote? Can I vote?
Yeah, you're right.
George, you can beat yourself.
Right. Right.
Just wait till you see the shit I said next week.
Oh, I can't wait. Is that a clown doing magic?
That's
right. At here?
Hey, speaking of clowns, you ever see that? Like,
scared.
Who's that mime? I keep seeing this mime online, and he's fucking fantastic. I'm gonna have to send. Now that I've mentioned, I'm gonna have to send. Have you seen this guy? No. Well, whatever.
Okay. On that note, thanks everybody for joining us. I think we got up to 10 people watching. So I called. Wait, Rob said something. I called the cops one time for a hijacking, and the SWAT team asked me to be their eyes from my viewpoint. Really? I mean, Rob, listen. I mean, I don't know what your background is, but that's pretty interesting. If you are not operating in an official capacity, you're like, hey, I'm just gonna get some dude's clip today. Chick in the brown shirt. Go.
I called the cops for a hijacking once, and they like rolled up, and we're just kind of like, meh, whatever. Drove away.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, really? That's it? I'm like, I'm pretty sure they dumped a body like right over there. And they were like, they like kind of shined their light, and it was like dark, and they were like, nah, we can't see anything. And they just like drove away.
So a buddy of mine is on the job in upstate New York, and he responded to a call just the other night Guy was suicidal. They said he had a firearm, right? So they send the local SWAT team up, and they go in there. So they got the guy in cuffs finally after like 4 hours, right? They had like the state police, the sheriff's department, local PD. So they send the SWAT team in to just take a look at the house and to see if there are any firearms. They go in, they come out, they're like, no, we don't see anything. So, so the local guys are like, knowing the efficiency, the capabilities of the SWAT team, they go in within 45, he's like literally within 45 seconds, he had like 3 rifles, 5 handguns. He's like, it was all there. And I'm like, what were they looking at? He goes, I have no idea, dude. And he goes, it's just insane.
That's crazy.
They went in, they're like, yeah, nothing to see here. Good, wrap it up, let's go. And they freaking went in like, holy crap. And that was like, that was one of the first time for him where he had his rifle trained on this dude, because the guy, they saw a gun, and everyone's like, well, he said he didn't have a gun, he doesn't have a gun, and there's like 3 guys on his squad that were like, we saw a gun, right? So that was like the first time where he's like, oh my God, I may have to kill somebody, and I'm like, yeah, dude. It was so, if you are in law enforcement, please, by all means, when these things do happen, seek help, get counseling, to wrap your head around it. It's just because it's not natural to kill another human being, especially if somebody is threatening to take their own life and forcing you to do it. It's a little different if you see you're protecting somebody and there's a cause there where you can come in and be like, okay, well, he was going to harm this other person, or harm this other person, so I felt a little justified. But something like that, I mean, anytime, there's a tendency in military, law enforcement, fire department, everything, EMTs, when you deal with, death, motor vehicle accidents, you're seeing children, your children's age, just make sure, you seek the help, even if you don't think you need it, because you do. I mean, just to process it. I think mental health for especially law enforcement is so it's overlooked a lot, especially military. I mean, there's still a stigma.
That's one of those things that came out real, I guess, much better after these conflicts we had for the last 20 plus years, is that
right.
PTSD is recognized, and it's like, no, get help, right?
Yeah.
Like I had a lot of friends when I was in, who had classic PTSD symptoms, and I was just like, dude, go get help. It doesn't make you weak, man. Like, just go get help. And that, after conversing with them, they finally go get help, and they're just like, thank you for convincing me to go, and I'm just like, yeah, it's fine, dude. It's like,
well, he was, it was interesting because he's like, he goes, when I get a call and it's just like a regular call, he's like, I get sick. He's like, but when I get a call that there's a high probability, there's even a probability that it's dangerous, he goes, I feel better, right? Like, he's like, my heart rate was just like, I was just operating at a high level. And that's what PTSD is, right? It's just your body's survival mechanism amping you up to for, it's like, hey, I'm not going to let anything that it's not going to happen this time. It's like, I'm going to be ready to go, right? And that's where you're just at a constant state of readiness, which is completely unhealthy. So you gotta take, please, guys, girls, don't look at it as weak. Take the help, talk to somebody, work through it. That's it. So what Rob is saying, just getting back to him, he was on the 2nd floor balcony and was seeing everything, but the cops were at ground level trying to get set up. He was on the phone with the dispatch. Yeah, that's cool. They called him and thanked him later. Yeah, I mean, that's not wrong, by the way. If you're trying to get a size up, you're on with dispatch. You're gonna be the eyes and ears before they get in position. No, that's absolutely true. And that's completely normal. We do that. Everything, even fires. I mean, we're trying to gather as much information as we can. So when you're doing your size up, you can stage. So, all right, guys. So again, awesome. We'll be back again next week. Summer's almost over. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Until next time, again, guys, thanks again for your comments. Much appreciated. If you like and subscribe, awesome. There's a free self-defense masterclass in the link. Feel free to hit it, post your comments underneath. And if you got any videos or anything you want us to take a look at, by all means, beat George. Until next time, train honestly.